punctuation. Punctuation that learned men are well known to disagree on this subject of punctuation is in itself proof that a knowledge of it, in theory and practice, is of some importance. I myself have learned from experience, that if ideas that are difficult to understand are properly separated, they become clearer. And that, on the other hand, through defective punctuation, many passages are confused and distorted to such a degree, that, sometimes they can with difficulty be understood, or even cannot be understood at all. Punctuation marks serve two important functions for the reader. They group words and also clarify and add meaning to the main symbols. Firstly, punctuation marks help to group words up into meaningful bundles, clauses, phrases and sentences. It is important that you chunk words together sensibly. It is no good just throwing any small group of words together, they must be grouped so that you absorb the maximum meaning possible. Compare the following groupings. Simple rule: never have a punctuation mark in the middle of a chunk, except an apostrophe. Punctuation marks should fall on the end of a chunk. But not every chunk ends with a punctuation mark. When reading, use your peripheral vision. If you can see a punctuation mark coming up, try to stretch your chunk to that mark. That way you will chunk words together that belong together, and maximize your comprehension. Secondly, punctuation marks are in themselves useful contextual cues. They add meaning to the main symbols and help to replace the voice inflection and tone, the pauses and whispers aside, that would otherwise be lost when transferring the spoken word to writing. As a reader you get quite different information from a or. Look at the difference between stand up, and $10 $1,000. If you are a little rusty on the meanings of punctuation marks, there are plenty of good examples in Appendix 1 to these notes.